Hello everybody, here's a video from one of our speakers, Ellie Hawkes, to give you some insight into what to expect in her session, The Writer's Obstacle Course. Now, as we all know, writing is already difficult, it takes a lot of energy, but there are outside forces seemingly working against us, like mindset, neurodivergency, or just life responsibilities. So Ellie will be looking at practical exercises and reflection to see how you can tackle these head on. The talk is on Sunday the 26th of April at 12:15 at the Pavilion Dance and a ticket costs £10. Here's Ellie to explain more.
Hi, I'm Ellie Hawkes and I'm a writer, editor and writing coach. I run Elspell's Writing Feedback, which I set up 5 years ago now to provide affordable feedback aimed at new writers. I also run online writing workshops and I do one-to-one coaching as well. I'm currently writing a historical fiction novel and I love to read as much as I possibly can, historical fiction and or anything else, and I review books on my blog and post about them on social media. You can find me on social media, Elspells13. I'm absolutely delighted to be coming back to Bournemouth Writing Festival. Last year, 2025, was my first year as a speaker at the festival, and it was such a positive experience. I met so many wonderful people and the programme was absolutely amazing. If anything, this year it looks even better, so I do urge you to come along to some sessions. I'll be running a session on the Sunday, and my session is The Writer's Obstacle Course, How to Overcome Challenges and Reach Our Writing Goals. This is a session which is going to be looking at those obstacles and challenges and things that come up in our writing life that stop us from progressing as we might wish. These could be kind of tangible things like not having enough time or not having enough energy, perhaps if we have a chronic illness, or if we've got many other responsibilities. It could be that we are dealing with neurodivergence and traditional writing advice just doesn't fit. It just doesn't work for us. This is something I'm currently exploring in my own writing life. I'm undiagnosed but suspected ADHD, and coming up against those barriers and challenges that traditional writing advice just doesn't seem to have the answers for. So we're going to be looking at that. I also want to have a look at imposter syndrome, so that feeling that writing isn't for us, or why do we think we can be doing this, and also the guilt that comes with maybe we are managing to carve out time for our writing, but perhaps we feel guilty about that because it comes at the expense of other things. That can be a very real challenge as well. A lot of these challenges are to do with mindset, and we're going to look at how we can develop a growth mindset and how we can believe that we can change things and treat ourselves with self-compassion and with kindness as we develop new tools and new ways of approaching these obstacles. There is going to be a practical session. There will be exercises to do, some writing, some reflecting, but you won't have to share anything with the group, so don't worry about that. It's aimed at anyone who struggles for whatever reason in their writing life, who feels that they come up against these blocks as they try and progress with their writing. So it might be the case that you're struggling to get started. It could be you've got a good writing routine, but you're feeling jaded, feeling burnt out. You've lost the joy, the fun of it. We can look at that as well. Or it could, as I say, be that you don't identify as neurotypical and the stereotypical kind of traditional writing advice just doesn't work for you. Anyone who feels that they could use some encouragement, some tips, some practical advice on how to get past these barriers, please do come along. I'd love to see you there. And do check out the rest of the programme. I think it's going to be an amazing year. Thank you.